Please remember that I cannot pronounce scientific names and terminology. Let's take a little gander into the Leopard Seal Wikipedia page. The Leopard Seal, the Hydruga leptonix, also referred to as the sea leopard, is the second largest species of seal in the Antarctic after the southern elephant seal. Its only natural predator is the killer whale. It feeds on a wide range of prey, including cephalopods, other pinnipeds, krill, birds, and fish. It is the only species in the genus Hydruga. Its closest relatives are the Ross seal, the crab-eater seal, and the Weddell seal, which together are known as the tribe of Lobonitini seals. The name Hydruga means water worker, and leptonix is the Greek word for small and clawed. Okay, now the taxonomy section simply says that the French zoologist Henri May-Doctoroy de Blaville described the leopard seal in 1820. And then it goes on to the description. The leopard seal has a distinctively long and muscular body shape when compared to other seals. This species of seal is known for its massive reptilian-like head and jaws. Sounds terrifying. That allows it to be one of the top predators in its environment. A notable key feature of leopard seals is its counter-shaded coat. A counter-shaded coat is when the dorsal side of the coat is darker than the ventral side. Interesting. I'm pretty sure dorsal is underneath and ventral is towards the back on medical terminology for things that aren't human, but I'm not completely sure. Yeah. Leopard seals have a silver dark grey blended coat that makes up its distinctive leopard coloration with a spotted pattern, whereas the ventral side of the coat is paler in colour, ranging from white to light grey. Females are slightly larger than the males. The overall length of this seal is 2.4 to 3.5 meters, which is 7.9 to 11.5 feet. Very intimidating. They weigh from 200 to 600 kilograms, which is 440 to 1,320 pounds. They are about the same length as the northern walrus, but usually less than half the weight. Another notable characteristic of leopard seals are their short, clear whiskers that are used to sense their environment. Leopard seals have an enormous mouth relative to their body size. Their front teeth are sharp, like those of other carnivores, but their molars lock together in a way that allows them to sieve krill from the water in the manner of the crab-eater seal. So it's almost like they're in the gold rush and they're, getting all of the gold out of the water, but instead it's krill with their teeth. It's quite interesting and rather strange. Since leopard seals are true seals, they do not have external pinnae or ears, but they do have an internal ear canal that leads to an external opening. Their hearing in air is similar to that of a human, scientists have noted that leopard seals use their ears in conjunction with their whiskers to track prey underwater. That's very interesting. I wonder how they evolved to do that. As I feel like most mammals, like a seal, were once land animals and then went back to the water. I can't exactly remember, but maybe we'll find out if they have a written up evolutionary section. Now on to distribution. Leopard seals are pagophilic, meaning ice-loving, of course. Seals which primarily inhabit the Antarctic pack ice. Sightings of vagrant leopard seals have been recorded on the coasts of Australia. Obviously, if there's a killer animal, and it's not even from our country, it has to find its way here. New Zealand, where individuals have been seen even on the foreshores of major cities such as Auckland and Dunedin, and South America and South Africa. In August of 2018, an individual was sighted at Geraldton on the west coast of Australia. Higher densities of leopard seals are seen in the western Antarctic than in other regions. Most leopard seals remain within the pack ice throughout the year and remain solitary during most of their lives, with the exception of a mother and her newborn pup. These matrilineal groups can move further north in the austral winter to sub-Antarctic islands and the coastlines of the southern continents to provide care for their pups. While solitary animals may appear in areas of lower latitudes, females rarely breed there. Some researchers believe this is due to safety concerns for the pups. Lone male leopard seals hunt other marine mammals and penguins in the pack ice of Antarctic waters. The estimated population of this species ranges from 220,000 to 440,000 individuals, which puts leopard seals at the least concern. Well, it's good to hear that they're doing well for themselves. Although there is an abundance of leopard seals in the Antarctic, they are difficult to survey by traditional visual techniques, because they spend long periods of time vocalizing under the water during the austral spring and summer, when visual surveys are carried out. The trait of vocalizing underwater for long periods means they can be the subject of acoustic surveys, allowing research to gather most of what is known about them. On to behavior. Acoustic behavior. Leopard seals are very vocal underwater during the austral summer. The male seal produces loud calls, which are 153 to 177 decibels, and then it says re something PA at 1 meter. I've never seen that measurement system before, or what it means, so it means something, and I'm assuming it's very loud. And they do it for many hours each day. While singing, the seals hang upside down and rocks from side to side under the water. Their back is bent, their neck and cranial thoracic region, the chest, is inflated, and as they call, their chest pulses. The male calls can be split into two categories: vocalizing and silencing, in which vocalizing is when they are making noises underwater, and silencing noted as the breathing period at the air surface. Adult male leopard seals have only a few stylized sounds the male leopard seals make, which include the high double trill, medium single trill, low descending trill, low double trill, and a hoot with a single low trill. These cadence of calls are believed to be a part of a long-range acoustic display for territorial purposes, or the attraction of a potential mate. The leopard seals have many different types of variable calls. The adult male seals have only a few highly stylized calls. Each male leopard seal produces these individual calls and can arrange their few call types into individually distinctive sequences or songs. The acoustic behavior of the leopard seal is believed to be linked to their breeding behavior. In male seals, vocalizing coincides with the timing of their breeding season, which falls between November and the first week of January. Captive female seals vocalize when they have elevated reproductive hormones. Conversely, a female leopard seal can attribute calls to their environment as well. However, usually it is to gain the attention of a pup after getting back from a forage for food. Now, we're on to breeding habits. Breeding habits. Since leopard seals live in an area difficult for humans to survive in, not much is known on their reputation and breeding habits. However, it is known that their breeding system is polygynous, meaning that males mate with multiple females during the mating period. A sexually active female, aged 3 to 7, I feel a bit weird saying that, can give birth to a single pup during the summer on the floating ice floes of the Antarctic pack ice with a sexually active male, ages 6 to 7. Wow, that's very interesting that females are sexually active from 3 to 7, whereas males are only sexually active from 6 to 7. So I guess that means that if you looked at the average DNA of a seal, they would have like double or triple the female ancestral DNA as the male. That's very interesting. Mating occurs from December to January, shortly after the pups are weaned, when the female seal is in estrus. In preparation for the pups, the females dig a circular hole in the ice as a home for the pup. A newborn pup weighs about 66 pounds and are usually with their mother for a month before they are weaned off. The male leopard seal does not participate in taking care of the pup and goes back to its solitary lifestyle after the breeding season. Most leopard seal breeding is on pack ice. Well, I guess that makes sense, since the female's best way to ensure the success of their DNA is to do a quality-based thing and take care of it and make sure it grows up, whereas the male, I guess if you spread, you've got the most chance of continuing your genes. Okay. 5 research voyages were made to Antarctica in 1985, 1987, and 1997 to 1999 to look at leopard seals. They sighted seal pups from the beginning of November to the end of December and noticed that there was about 1 pup sign of interaction. Leopard seal pups' mortality rate within the first year is close to 25%. I think we've only been given the mortality rate of pups for a few other species of animals, and that seems pretty low comparatively to other species. Like, I think the black bear, American black bear, was a lot higher, but I don't know. Very interesting though. Vocalization is thought to be important in breeding, since males are much more vocal around this time. Mating takes place in the water, and then the male leaves the female to take care for the pup, which the female gives birth to after an average gestation period of 274 days. Research shows that on average, the aerobic dive limit for juvenile seals is around 7 minutes. Pretty good. Which means that during the winter months, juvenile leopard seals do not eat krill, which is a major part of older seals' diets. Since krill is found deeper during this time, this might occasionally lead to cooperative hunting. Cooperative hunting of leopard seals on Antarctic fur seal pups has been witnessed, which could be a mother helping her older pup, or could also be female-male couple interactions to increase their hunting productivity. Interesting. Now we're moving into foraging behavior. The only natural predators of the leopard seals is the killer whale and possibly the elephant seal. They're the ones with those really creepy noses, aren't they? Its canine teeth are 2.5 centimeters, which is an inch. It feeds on a wide variety of creatures. Young leopard seals will usually eat mostly krill, squid, and fish. Adult seals probably switch from more krill to more substantial prey, including king, adelie, rockhopper, gentoo, emperor, and chin-strap penguins, and less frequently Weddell, crab-eater, Ross, and young southern elephant seals. Leopard seals are also known to take fur seal pups. Wow, that's very interesting. Around the sub-Antarctic island of South Georgia, the Antarctic fur seal, Arctocephalus gazella, is the main prey. Other prey includes penguins and fish, Antarctic krill, Euphausia superba, southern elephant seal, Myrunga lenonia. Pups and seabirds other than penguins have also been taken as prey. When hunting penguins, the leopard seal patrols the waters near the edges of the ice, almost completely submerged, waiting for the birds to enter the ocean. It kills the swimming bird by grabbing its feet and then shaking the penguin vigorously and beating its body against the surface of the water repeatedly until the penguin is dead. Previous reports stating the leopard seal skins its prey before feeding have been found to be incorrect. Lacking the teeth necessary to slice its prey into manageable pieces, it flails its prey from side to side, tearing and ripping it into smaller pieces. Krill, meanwhile, is eaten by suction and strained through the seal's teeth, allowing leopard seals to switch to different feeding styles. Such generalization and adaptations may be responsible for the seal's success in the challenging Antarctic ecosystem. Wow. Physiology and research. Leopard seals' heads and front flippers are extremely large in comparison to other faucets. Their large front flippers are used to steer themselves through the water columns, making them extremely agile while hunting. They use their front flippers similarly to sea lions, which are otarids, and leopard seal females are larger than males. They are covered in a thick layer of blubber that helps to keep them warm while in the cold temperatures of the Antarctic. This layer of blubber also helps to streamline their body, making them more hydrodynamic. This is essential when hunting small prey items such as penguins because speed is necessary. Scientists take blubber, thickness, girth, weight, and length measurements of leopard seals to learn about their average weight, health, and population as a whole. These measurements are then used to calculate their energetics, which is the amount of energy and food it takes for them to survive as a species. They also have incredible diving capabilities. This information can be obtained by scientists by attaching transmitters to the seals after they are tranquilized on the ice. These devices are called satellite-linked time depth recorders, which are SLDRS, and time depth recorders, which are TDRS. Scientists attach this device usually to the head of the animal, and it records depth, bottom time, total dive time, date and time, surface time, haul out time, pitch and roll, and total number of dives. This information is sent to a satellite where scientists from anywhere in the world can collect the data. This is how we are currently learning so much about leopard seals' diet and foraging habits. With this information, we are able to calculate and better understand their diving physiology. They are primarily shallow divers, but they do dive deeper than 80 meters in search for food. They are able to complete these dives by collapsing their lungs and reinflating them at the surface. This is possible by increasing surfactant, which coats the alveoli in the lungs for reinflation. If you don't know what alveoli are, when you go down to the cellular level, really tiny level of the lungs, you know how when you see in diagrams the lung kind of splits off like a tree? Well, it kind of splits off into these little circles, a little bit like kids' drawings of trees when you get down to the smallest bit, and each little circle is like this full circle where the oxygen comes in and then goes through a certain membrane. So that's what the alveoli are. They look like little branches of grapes, really, if you look at scientific drawings. But yeah, anyway, they also have reinforced trachea to prevent collapse at great depth pressures. Now, onto their relationships with humans. Leopard seals are apex predators, presenting a potential risk to humans. However, attacks on humans are rare. Most human perceptions of leopard seals are shaped by historic encounters between humans and leopard seals that have occurred since the heroic age of Antarctic exploration. Onto negative interactions with humans. Examples of aggressive behavior, stalking, and attacks have managed to save him by repeatedly kicking the animal in the head with the spiked crampons on their boots. Goodness. And fatal leopard seal human interactions. In 2003, biologist Kirsty Brown of the British Antarctic Survey was killed by a leopard seal while snorkeling in Antarctica. This was the first recorded human fatality from a leopard seal. Brown was part of a team of 4 researchers taking part of an underwater survey at South Cove near the UK's Rothera Research Station. Brown and another researcher, Richard Burt, were snorkeling in the water. Burt was snorkeling 15 meters away when the team heard a scream and saw Brown disappear into the water. She was quickly rescued by her team, but they were unfortunately unable to resuscitate her. It was later revealed that the seal had held her underwater for 6 minutes at a depth of up to 70 meters. She suffered a total of 45 separate injuries, most of which were concentrated around her neck and head. As she was snorkeling at the time, she may have seen the seal approaching her. A very sad story. In a report read at the inquiry into Brown's death, Professor Ian Boyd from St Andrews University stated that the seal may have mistaken her for a fur seal or may have been frightened by her presence and attacked in defense. Professor Boyd said that leopard seal attacks on humans were extremely rare, but warned that they may potentially become more common due to an increased human presence in Antarctica. The coroner recorded a verdict of an accidental death caused by drowning due to a leopard seal attack. On a more light-hearted note, interactions with human property. Leopard seals have shown a predilection for attacking the black torpedo-shaped pontoons of rigid inflatable boats, leading researchers to equip their craft with special protective guards to prevent them from being punctured. And on to positive interactions with humans. Paul Nicklin, a National Geographic magazine photographer, captured pictures of a leopard seal bringing live, injured and then dead penguins to him, possibly in an attempt to teach the photographer how to hunt. Wow, that's extremely interesting. I think maybe after this video I might look that up and see what it's about. Now on to conservation. From a conservation standpoint, the only known predators of the leopard seals are killer whales and sharks. Because of their limited subpolar distribution in the Antarctic, they may be at risk as polar ice caps diminish with global warming. In the wild, leopard seals can live up to 26 years old. Leopard seal hunting is regulated by the Antarctic Treaty and Convention for the Conservation of Antarctic Seals, which is the CCAS, which I have never heard about in my entire life, but I'm glad that they exist. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Again, it's really wonderful to be able to read all this stuff and also help you relax. The thing that I'm really enjoying about reading Wikipedia is all of the different various links that you can see, all of the different organizations and scientific methods. I find it really quite interesting to see all of the different various connections. You start noticing things, and I hope you do too. I hope you enjoy it. So, if you have something you would like to suggest to me, for me to read to you, please tell me in the comments. I do read every single comment and I try to respond to every single one. Though if you reply to a comment, I'm less likely to see it than if you post another comment. So if you want to talk to me more than once, feel free to post multiple comments, it's all good. Now, if you haven't liked the video, I'd like to remind you to please like it. And if you're unsubscribed, please subscribe. And if you're still here at the very end, congratulations. And